Hi, guys, and welcome to Tuesday Talk. I'm glad you're here. And if you're new here, I stream live on Facebook on the Statement Designs page, and I also stream on YouTube on the Tuesday Talk channel. So, as the title says, I thrifted this week in my hometown of Altoona, Pennsylvania, and I am going to do the thrift flips on. Hey, Gretchen. I'm doing them tonight here on Tuesday Talk. My light just is flickering. And then I will show them, I'll reveal them tomorrow when I go on Workshop Wednesday, which is a local, it's a segment that I'm on a local TV show that we have. And it is Studio 814. So I'm glad you're here. So I thrifted 3 projects and I am like, I wanted to do some pre-work on them so I wouldn't have too much to do. So the first thing that I thrifted, I think this was $1.99, and this was an IKEA mirror. You've seen these before, but it had cracks, so I fixed them. And I also used bonding boss on the mirror so that I could get some paint to stick to it. And if you haven't noticed that everything scallops these days, I am using some scallops again. So, Gretchen, I'm wanting to watch you do the plates again on that show, but I've been overpowered with life. So you said swamped with life. I have my contacts in, so I'm like, I understand totally. I get that. So, yeah, and I found more plates at the thrift store for 79 cents a piece. So that was a lot cheaper than even at the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to flip this camera around and let's get started. And I'll show you the first thing that we're doing. So I showed you the mirror. Let me get it a little bit better. All you can see is paint. So paint jars here. So I am going to add this extra piece on. I saved that for you, but I'm going to put it towards me so I can figure it out first. So let me move this up a little. Kind of I moved the table a little, and then I moved the computer. So so I want to kind of make this go halfway, and it has to be a 45-degree angle. So I'm just going to mark it with my pencil, and then I'm going to show you a neat little gadget. Okay, so this has to be up here. And so that's kind of approximate, but that's what we need to do. I know you do. Wow, great thrift deal. I know. Okay. So if you've never seen one of these, let me put the camera up a second. These are something you need in your toolbox. They're called miter shears. Now, I'm going to show you, and I've been working with this all day, and not all day, but I've been working with it today, and I'll be honest with you, doesn't work great on this just because this is like made from a CNC machine and it's like pressed wood. Real wood, it'll chew right through it. Like I used it for all my kitchen cabinets for all the trim on them. But what you do is you, let me switch this again. So what we do is, if you can see that, you can move this thing around to make it a 45-degree angle or different angles as well. And then you just lay your board across that, and then you just snip it with your shears. Now, like I said, it isn't working as well with this as it normally would, but I have this lined up and I'm just squeezing it. Hey, Cheryl, how are you doing tonight? We actually had a day that's kind of more like your weather today. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. And then it'll probably snow again, but you know, I'll take it. So I'm going in on the other end, And like I said, I'm just kind of pressing down on it to make as much of an impression on it as I can. This just works so much better with real wood. And this is wood, but it's like processed. So I have it scored here, so I'm going to try to just break that off. So that worked reasonably well. Yes, Cheryl, it's a, you got to have it, right? Gotta have it. Okay, and I found today that once I get it cracked, that I can come in with my regular scissors and just finish the cut. So it's not totally smooth, but I'm gonna make it smooth because I have my sandpaper here. Okay, so let me do this one. So I have to switch the angle on this. And start that cut. So we have 3 different projects we're going to do, and they're all going to be in various stages. So I'm going to get this glued on and then set it aside, and we're going to come back to it. Because I have a cutting board here to do that we're changing into a riser. I should have shown you the before pics. And I might be able to do that, but it also might require a lot of away time till I figure it out. So probably best if I just explain them. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna try to score it a little bit and then come in with the scissors and see if I can finish that cut. I don't want to break it. So I only have one piece left after this. So, you know, the cupboard that I've been working on, I can't say that what you call it, Hoosier cupboard cabinet that I've been working on forever. It has been 3 months. But anyway, I used some of this trim on there. So when I finally finish it and show you guys, you'll see. I got this trim at Walmart, but I did see that they have it at Hobby Lobby today. And you can buy it like by the piece. This was a package and it really wasn't that expensive. So I got enough, I think it was like $10 maybe. And I got enough in the package to do trim on the Hoosier cabinet as well as this little project. So, I'm going to save those scraps just in case, but I'll show you my method here. I'm using wood glue and some hot glue too to hold it on. So let me get my wood glue back here. It's so nice having this back counter. Okay, so that's where that baby's gonna go. And I'm gonna kind of do like dashes because I'm gonna also use hot glue just so that I can get it to hold right away. And let me see here. I don't know whether my hot glue gun, no, it's not going to stretch that far. So let me take this over here a second. I'll flip it back so you can see what I'm doing. But I am coming back here and just like where there isn't wood glue, I'm putting some hot glue. You know, when you do this, you don't want to do them both. In the same place because it won't work. So that's why you want to kind of alternate. But this lets it hold right away. Now, you'll also notice, so what I did was I didn't have my mud down here, my Dixie mud. So what I did was I used a little wood glue and I used some air dry clay and filled in those little gaps. So I'm going to do that some more. on these cracks, and then I'm gonna got it a little crooked. Okay, I'm not gonna fuss about it. I'm just gonna kind of use some. I'm gonna trim this a little, and then use some of that air dry clay and wood glue and get it straightened up. I'm gonna turn it up this way, so hopefully you can see it better. And I'm just putting that in there, the wood glue, and then grabbing some air dry clay. And that's a quick fix sometimes for just little holes. So Cheryl, I'm going to presume you had great weather, but how was yours, Gretchen? Was it nice and hot there? Because it was almost 80 here. Oh, I forgot to do that one too. Let me get that one glued first. Okay, and so I just have little pieces of the air dry clay. Wood glue and air dry clay, what an interesting alternative. How do you like it compared to filler? You know, most of the time it's fine. This project, it's a little tough just because these pieces are so delicate. It might have been a little bit easier to use the filler, but it's great for filling a little hole or something in a piece of furniture. And if you have it handy, then why not? I saw Jamie Ray and Zeb do this. So then since then I've seen other people do it, but it was 80. Oh wow, nice. So we kind of had similar weather. We weren't quite to 80, but we were close. I love it. Okay, and I don't want to overwork it. I'm just going to let it dry, but I am going to kind of trim that just a tad, and then I'll sand it, but that looks a little better. So I am going to set this aside to dry for the moment. Okay, we're going to come back in. We're going to paint this, and then we're going to do a little transfer in the middle. And if you guys have heard about dopamine decor is what this is going to be, and we're going to be talking about that in a couple weeks as well. So the next thing I want to do, so I thrifted a cutting board. Now I sanded the design. It says sugar and spice, make a holiday nice. Okay. So I sanded that down so it wouldn't be raised, but I'm using it on the underside anyway. And then I glued on these feet, which when I say feet, I will tell you what I used. These are a real inexpensive alternative. These are doll heads. They're wooden doll heads. So I think it's like $5 for the package. And they don't give you an even number. They, of course not. They give you one shy, so you have two. So I want you to buy 2 packages. But is that like Gen Z decor? Great topic for a show. Yeah, I'm hoping we do it on Flip and Bunch as well. But yeah, it is, I guess. I don't know my generation things anymore. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's basically, for people that like to sit around in their pajamas all day and drink tea and all that stuff. Yeah, it works because it has a flat side. So, doll head feet. All right, so what we're going to do is paint the underside of this first. Let me grab a brush here. Grizz still is not used to me being down here. And he likes to come join me. So I clean this brush. That's a Grizzly boy. No. Okay. So just gonna paint. Let me switch this down. Okay. This is Dixie Belle's Gardenia, Magnolia. Gardenia, Magnolia. And it really doesn't matter what the underside looks like that much, but you know, we want to make it look pretty too. Let me get these tops of these feet so that they dry. I can't believe it's almost spring. I'm so happy. Why is it that I can't talk. Winter seems to last longer than summer. Summer flies and winter drags. At least here in Pennsylvania. That's my experience. So I've just been trying to stay busy. I have a client that I'm doing some cabinets for. So I'm working on that. And of course we have two projects going, two challenges, one by the Flippin' Bunch and one from Crystal, it's Crafty Creech, and I'm co-hosting that one, and that's the embellishments challenge. And I'm starting to work on that. And also the pop art challenge that the Flippin' Bunch is doing. So you think summer drags in Las Vegas? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I guess, you know, it's all just it's all relative, you know, what you're used to, and you probably like some nice cool weather for a change. Okay, so I painted the tops of this first, so I don't mind flipping that. Chris, go lay down. Lay down, buddy. He's just staring. Of course, I just got my fingers all over that. So we'll have some projects dry in here, and we'll be working on a couple things at once. So I left the glue gun plugged in. Jeez. I think my brain's going a little faster than my mouth is today. So I was going to use half round wooden beads and go around the outside edge of this. But you know what? They were super expensive. It would have cost me at least $12 to do the outside edge. And I thought, no, I'm not doing that. That kind of takes the thrift out of the flip, right? Okay, so that's a first coat. Now, I don't think that'll take very long to dry. And we'll set that aside. And then we'll pull up another project here. Let me move this here. A couple transfer packs here to look at. Okay, so that's out of the way. My hands are going to be a mess. Okay, let me put the camera up a second. So this is project number 3, and it's a basket. And I know, Cheryl, you always say that when you're with your thrift lifts, that baskets always go for you. And I never reach for them, but I did this time. So this one, it was kind of like painted like a Christmas decor. I think they actually decoupaged it because there were just little poinsettias on it. So I put 1 coat of Morning Sunrise. This is silk all-in-one. It's a really pale purple. I love it. And I think I'm going to line the basket with this fabric. And in addition to that, we're going to take advantage of these really cute little molds that we have. Set this aside for a minute. We have the cabbage and the carrot, the spring garden one with the little snail. I think that's so cute. And then, of course, we have the bunnies. So, let's get started. I'm going to use air dry clay. So, I could use the 2-part epoxy, but I want to use the clay tonight. Get a package here that I want to use up before I open another one. And my cornstarch. So I just keep a brush right in there, and then it's easy to dust your molds. So I'm going to do all 3 of these bunnies because, you know, they're so cute. And then I definitely want the carrots. Then we'll see what else we have room for. Maybe you can't see what I'm doing. Dusting my molds here with cornstarch. Seems like no matter what table arrangement I do, I'm always trying to get my project closer to you. It always seems like it's far away from me. One of these days we'll get it right. I always don't like to mess with it when I'm in the middle of a broadcast, because that's when we have disaster and the whole phone falls and all that fun stuff. So we'll just save that. Okay, so we've got some clay here. Sorry for the noise. I always hate that rattling noise. Paper rattling is one of my big pet peeves. So I'm just working the clay a little bit, and hopefully we have enough for this guy. Oh, I took an adult pottery class. I don't know why to say adults, but well, I guess just because there weren't any kids involved, but we did clay like from the slab, and did 3 projects. So we, rolled it out and used the slip and all that stuff, and made a bowl and a soap dish and a little box. So I do too, Gretchen. I love these molds. You like the project view better in my new room? Me too. Good. I'm glad. The table is definitely easier to see, I think. So I'm going to try to get this flat. All right. So we'll get this guy. So cute. I mean, they really hold a lot of the detail. Even more so when they get painted, I think. This will probably be enough for this bigger one, and then we might have to Hey, Dar. You made it. I'm in the middle of a couple of thrift flips. I'm doing a basket right now. I'm putting some bunny molds on it. And I'm doing a little riser from a cutting board and also um, a mirror that is not going to be a mirror anymore. Yeah, Cheryl, I love these molds. I think they're adorable. Ooh, there's his tail. I was ready to pull that out of there, but he has a little tail. And also I'm pulling it away from his feet too. Oh, there I go again, having it right up to me and you can't see. Okay. Another cute little bunny. If you put the air dry clay into the freezer, how long to leave them? Honestly, I don't know because I've never tried that method. I think it's only like 5 or 10 minutes though. I know Mara does that. Another bunny. Dar, do you know? 30 minutes, she says. 30 minutes. Let's see if this is enough clay for this bunny. I think I did it once, but I actually let it sit overnight, and you're not supposed to do that, right? It's better to do it in the time. Seeing you on a channel where I can see anyone else. So if that's happened to you, you might want to restart. I'm not quite understanding what you're saying, but you're talking to Dar, so that's okay. I get rid of that. Okay. I do love IOD molds just because of that micro rim. That makes it so much nicer. I look at some other molds and I think they're cute, but they don't have that. And I think, I don't know. I mean, it'd be okay for epoxy or resin, but to use clay, this rim is the bomb. Oh, okay. So you can't see it. Sooner, if you want them softer, you will get the hang of it. Never overnight. Never. Well, I don't remember what I was working on, but it actually did work for me. But I got lucky. Okay, bunny number 3. Okay, his little foot kind of stuck a little bit. I'm gonna smush him up again and do it again. You're in portrait mode. LV has 2 listings. Yes. Oh, okay. I see. That's the reason then. Yeah, it's crazy how this is working, like we're getting so many more views just by having it in landscape and portrait mode because that tells us that a lot of people watch from their phones or tablets. So I'm getting ready to spoil myself using some for the next unique antique challenge, assuming I get to it. I may have to stop planning and just do it in the end. Yeah. Sometimes it's better to let it go organically, Planning is good, but then sometimes your plans don't, you change plans, and that's okay too. Okay. Now let's try this again. So we have a rather not elaborate, but we do an Easter egg hunt for my grandkids, and I have so much fun with it. I put, candy in some of the eggs that they find outside, and then in other ones I put clues, and it'll say like behind the front porch swing, or under the whatever, under the sofa, behind the sofa pillow, that kind of stuff. And then they have to go run around and find their little gifties. So we have a lot of fun with that. It'll be different this year because the yard's a little different because of the pool. All right. Add the chats are separate. LB. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting too. I didn't realize that. Hey, don't lose your ears, bunny. Okay. Safe. All right, let's grab this basket and see how many things that we can put on here, and then see what else we have room for. Okay, let's get rid of the bunnies because we have enough bunnies. So let's say we do, oh my gosh, how cute. How cute. Okay, so I'm going to use wood glue to attach this little guy. Oh, come on. I guess I'm going to have to take the lid off and use a brush. Dar, I don't know about you, but I have found, well, I haven't found it on the phone, bunnies, but on the laptop, there's an option of hiding the portrait mode. And I do that because it's really confusing with the doing the two screens, to have that be showing as well. So I hide it. So just so you know, you can hide it. It's the farthest left control thing underneath the screen, at least this week. It could be different next week. Okay, we're going to put this guy on. Okay, I don't want his feet to go off the bottom. So I'm putting this one in the middle over here. Okay, and then I'm going to leave this on its side for a minute and then glue up these guys and get them over on the other side. And then we'll see what else we have room for. Dar, was it nice for you guys today? The calm after the storm, huh? Nice and quiet. I do like working down here. It's always been a comfortable basement. You know, it's not finished by any means, obviously, if you saw the videos, but it's just comfortable. The temperature, for whatever reason, is always just right. I mean, the furnace actually throws off heat down here. Most people's basements are cool. Um, it is cool in the summer, but it does get warm in the winter, which is nice. So, and here in Pennsylvania, we get to experience all of those seasons in a week because it's going to get cold again. And I hear we're supposed to get some snow, but I don't think, I don't think we'll have any big accumulation or anything. I don't know. It is mid-March, so anything can happen. We've had huge snowfalls in March. This view on portrait is really big and clear, but it does not change aspect ratio, so you are not always centered. Good today, gray tonight. Something is coming again. Tornado, and again, lower by Crystal. Geez. Horizontal is so much better for me. When I was a kid, I spent as much time as possible in grandma's basement. No AC. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to squish that guy, so I'm just going to kind of be gentle here. Hold it up a little bit at an angle. Slap that bunny on. I don't know why I made him face that way. Oh well. We're gonna do one on the end. I don't know why. He looks like a chocolate bunny. Okay, we're just being random with our bunnies. I want to make sure he's attached here. The good thing about working with clay, you can kind of just, pull it down a little bit, Okay, I'm going to let that sit and I'm going to make a couple carrots, or at least one carrot. Well, let me see. I could do 1, 2, 3, I think. Let's do 3 carrots. Do you care at all? Care at all? Okay. I almost put glue in my mold. Okay, time is flying. You know what? Let me do a carrot. Get it on there. Maybe I'll do these all real quick because this shouldn't take long. And I want to do the greenery for it also. And then I want to get to the other project too to finish up the riser. So many projects. Hey, Lauren, we can't see your lovely face. Oh, well, hey, you need a fix? Hi. This is my dear friend. All right. So we're doing thrift flips here. I'm about to break out some more clay. So I'm gonna make noise for a second. Yay! Okay. Oh, that one's the terracotta. I have another project with with scallops. So this is a 2-pound package of the clay. I plan on doing a lot. That was a good Bugs Bunny pun. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to grab it out of here. I know they always say about folding it over, and I never do that. I just stick it in plastic. But for me to see your carrots, it needs to be moved over to your left about 6 or 8 inches. Well, let me try that and see if that works for you. Let me know if you can see it. Perfect. All right. So I'll probably have enough leftover clay as to what I'm peeling off to do the greenery for it. Lauren's on Facebook. I don't know whether she's still on, but I'm glad you popped on, girl. You're still on. Okay. Did you not get enough of my lovely face today? Okay, let's see here. See if this will pull out. I want to see those. Okay, let's see. Oh, that came out really good. Let's get this carrot out. Cute. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue these on the basket so that we can move on a little bit, because I want you to see most of all the projects. And if you aren't local, I'm trying to place this so you can see it. If you aren't local, you can watch the replay that I always post after the show, the Studio 814 show. So I'm going to put this carrot up this way and the greenery up that way. And then I will do the rest of them. So I'd like to get a little bit done on the cutting board so that we can move along with that. I knew it would be a lot of ambitious projects tonight, but us hanging out and talking is the most important thing. You know, we've lots of times had unfinished projects and then I post them later. I love using clay when it's fresh and out of the package. Oh, you and me both, Cheryl. I love it. I really enjoyed that. Oops, wrong way. I really enjoyed that clay class or pottery class. It was really cool touching that as well. But yeah, I do too. I don't like it when it gets, you know, a little bit older and stiffer. Okay, I'm just putting the glue on this guy. My hands are going to be a very sticky mess. So I have to do all this tonight so that I'm cleaned up for the show tomorrow. All right. Okay, I need to flip this. I'm going to pull it towards me a minute so I can see it. Okay, again, this is the fun part about clay is because I can position this however I need to. I can have a little bit up over the edge of the basket, I guess. I might have to just take some of this off because I am going to line it. So I think I am just going to kind of knock off that clay there. Okay, so on this side we have a bunny and a carrot. And then we're going to do, oops. Oh, I just squished a bunny's ear. Let me fix him. We'll get them fixed. You'll never tell. Okay, so we're going to also add, let me switch the camera a minute. Okay, so here's what we're looking like. We have the bunny and the carrot here. And then over here, we're going to do a carrot on either side of the bunny. So I'm not going to take the time right now to do those because I want to kind of move on to the next thing. And then, you know, we're just trying to balance the dry time a little bit here. Let me close this up. Okay. So I want to do a transfer on here, but I feel like I need another coat of paint. Let me switch the camera again. Okay. So what I might do, so you get to see it, is put, because I really want to distress it. So I'm gonna pull these. That's the one for the other one. Gonna pull. This is from the I guess Saint Quinn. I'm probably not saying it right. San Quinn. But I think there's some peaches or something in this one that I think would be pretty on a cutting board. I love these florals. And these are from the spring release. Okay, these pages are sticking. Maybe because I have clay all over my hands. That could be part of it. Okay, there's what I was looking for. So I'm going to cut this out and put it on my cutting board. Just pull the page out here. And I might use some of these words too. I'm really weird. It's like I like to know what they say before I put them with something if they're just random. I don't know. I had to split up the letters on a transfer one time for a dresser, and it was all in French. So I had to look it up to make sure that the way I was putting it on the drawers made sense. I guess I'm kind of weird like that, but who knows, you know, if those people would have someone visit that spoke French, I wouldn't want to have them look at it and think it was all wrong. This is cool. I like these houses here too, but I think this will be perfect for this. So let me get this apart. And I think this is good because it's kind of multi-directional. It's like no matter how I put it, you're going to be able to see it. Like it won't look upside down or anything. Okay, now I have to find a stick. Hang on a second. Okay, can't find an IOD stick, of course. I only have probably a million of them, but of course, you know, when you're looking for one, you can't find them. Plus, they're invisible. Oh, I found one. I should paint them like lime green or something, you know? Okay, so we're just gonna rub this transfer on. So my new favorite thing is dark oil wax. I really, it's funny, you know, like I've always been a Dixie Belle or not a brand ambassador, but a Dixie Belle retailer. And I do love the products and I'll continue to use them. But I also now am free to try some other products. I mean, I could have before as well, but now that I pay full retail for it, I can try all kinds of brands. And I do really like the dark oil wax. I did buy some milk paint too, and I'm anxious to try that, but I just haven't done that yet. Okay. You'd think I'd pick one quick project or one project to do, but no, I picked three. But, you know, that's what I do. All right. So I love that. I think it's pretty. And what I'm going to do is I want to add a little more paint to it because I just think it would look better with another. I just want to do around the outside a little bit. I'm just going to kind of stipple a little more paint on it. Once I add the dark oil wax, it probably isn't going to matter, but just in case, I feel like I should. So let's see. How about, I know I'm all over the place, guys, but let me pull this project back into view. And everything's drying pretty well. So here's my plan for colors on this. Let's work on this a few minutes because you know what my plan is with this. I'm going to put more paint on it, let that dry. I'm going to do a little distressing on it, and then I'm going to add the dark oil wax. So you'll be seeing pictures of that. So you get that idea. And then the basket, we're going to continue to put some molds on it. We're going to paint the molds. So you're going to have to check back in with that. I'll probably stay on till maybe quarter after tonight, but I'll do like a viewer vote. Which project do you want to see me work on more? Do you want me to work on the scalloped frame here, or do you want me to go back to the basket and work on it a little bit more? Viewer vote. I need a little more clay in there, a little more glue. Scallops, okay. All righty. Well, you got it then. I just have to put a little bit more. I'm going to turn this around. I just have to put a little bit more clay in here. So that one little corner was kind of messy. I'm just trying to flatten it out a little. So, like I said, we're doing the dopamine decor with this. So that means bright colors and you know, kind of that let's stay at home and, you know. Do you vote twice? Yes, you do. Well, I have 2 votes for scallops, so I will just carry on with the scallops. So I'm just gonna sand these a little bit more. Okay. That one's pretty dry. This one's going to have to dry a minute. So let me put a coat of the magnolia on the middle of this because I want to eventually put a transfer on there. I'll show you which one that I want to use. Grab a brush here. Seems like I have all stencil brushes here. Here's one. Okay, so I'm just going to do this middle with this magnolia. And then I will show you the transfer that I'm going to put on it. And then I'll show you the other colors that we're going to do on the frame. I might also do some more like little vines around the outside of this too. Okay, so we'll let that dry. And I think, let's see, my happy colors that I picked were flamingo and mint julep. I thought those would be bright, happy colors. So I'm going to do the inside of this frame right now. And I'm going to wipe it up a little bit just to make sure we don't have any flaky things on there. I've bought these in IKEA before to do flips on, so it was even nicer to pay thrift store prices, although I had to do a little repair on it, but that's okay. Okay, flamingo is an awesome color. And once again, let me grab another brush here. So many stencil brushes. I think I need to buy some new brushes. New craft brushes. These are kind of my favorite. Like that kind of brush. I love that. All right. The little glue string. Get rid of that. So myself personally, I don't think, I mean, like I said, we will talk about dopamine decor, but myself personally, I don't really think, even though bright colors make me happy, that I could, live in a kitchen that was all pink or, that kind of thing. But it is cute. But I just, in small doses for me, I don't think I would want to live in a house like that. That's all bright, sunny colors. What about you guys? Do you think you would? I think it's neat to put them in as accessories, but just to have everything be like that, Dora, it's maximalist to the nines, I guess, for to be to do dopamine decor. So I think maybe that'll be my next subject when I'm up next on Flip and Bunch to host. I like these flat brushes because you can just, wiggle them around and make them work where you need them to. Sorry, I get real quiet sometimes when I'm trying to do detail painting. Not for me, maybe one little room, like a craft room, but I think my son would like it. Oh yeah, yeah, that would be cool. Okay, so we know that our transfers need to be totally dry before, or our paint needs to be totally dry before we can apply a transfer. But I need to touch up this paint just a tad. We'll paint the frame. But I have just got a little bit of that flamingo in there. These are definitely some bright colors, that's for sure. Okay, I still don't have this quite smooth here. I think the paint will help a lot. And then because I paint over air dry clay all the time, I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of paint on. And then maybe we'll grab those bunnies real quick. And get some paint on them. Just so you can see where we're headed with it. Cleaning off a brush here. All right. So now I'm using the mint julep. These are definitely cute colors together. Well, I'm going to have to touch up my flamingo. I didn't quite get it into the corner there. It's like your peanut butter gone on my chocolate, your mint julep gone on my flamingo. Okay, can you see those colors? Are you liking them so far? I definitely think the little transfers, good colors for Easter, yes. Well, this dopamine decor, they just do it all the time. So all the time, we're just using happy colors in the dopamine decor. But for the rest of us, we're like, yeah, that'd be great for Easter. What would they call that candy? You mean, oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Because I don't think I'd want to eat any part of a flamingo. A mint julep, yeah, I'll take that, but yeah, I had when I bought this, the mirror was taped in, so someone must have dropped it and cracked it. So I had to fix up the frame, and I glued the mirror back in. Thanks, Dar. These little corners aren't perfect, but I think they lined up pretty good. Yeah, scallops are a huge trend. I've seen people in this dopamine decor thing, they're taking like going around their doorways and painting scallops and in these bright colors and everything. So to each his own, his or her own, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put the camera up a second and hold it up. And that's what we've got so far. And I'll show you what I'm thinking of for the middle here. Put you back here. This set is called Emily Claire. So it has so many cute little things. Lori, you'd like this one because it has little kitty cats on it. But I think what I'm gonna pick, I saw earlier, is Home Sweet Home. Let me put the screen down so you can see what how I'm trying to fumble through here, but these are really pretty. I say that because of my clay fingers. Oh, that one's pretty too. That says love. I don't think that one would fit in though. Then I considered the little kitty cats too. See, I might be able to do this around the frame. Oh my gosh, this is frustrating me trying to get these apart. So Gretchen, what would you call that candy? Like disgusting. Oh, this little frame is so cute. I wonder if I can make that work around the outside edge. I don't know, maybe. You're gonna have to stay tuned on that one. Here's the Home Sweet Home that I think would fit in there. Let me see. It might be no, I think it'll fit. But I'm gonna have to get rid of that frame that's there. I'm gonna have to cut just that part. So my paint's too wet to do it tonight, but I'm gonna pull it out and then I'm gonna work on the frame inside there. I hate to cut. Let me cut it out of there first because I might be able to reuse this little frame because I don't want to cut it. I mean, I still could. I could join the pieces together. Oh, I'm going to have trouble here. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to cut through this frame. Gretchen, I'm looking forward to our road trip in May. All right. So we'll come back to that, but I think that little transfer will fit nicely in there. Let me see. It's 8:10. I think we'll try to paint a bunny, but I just want to put this in here a second And yeah, that's definitely going to fit. That's going to be cute. And then I'll try to do some of this flower frame there too. So these have to be done by tomorrow because they have to go on the show in the morning. Let's get, I dropped my truffle paint, and that's what I'm going to use for the bunnies. Here it is. Oh no, my carrot fell off. Again, I can use my horrible pun and say, do you care at all? Okay, I'm just putting my carrot back on. Nothing to look at here. Okay, so I'm going to kind of just lay this on here and very gently work on this. This is truffle, and it's out of the silk line, and it's a little, it's a real pretty brown color. And I'm just going to gently paint away at our bunnies. I'll find a good brush, a nice soft bristle brush. Okay. I can put some pink inside his ears. Or can just do it all brown. The bunny likely ate the carrot. That is true. The carrot is as big as the bunny. And then I'll probably do some white wax or dry brush white over top to get the little, hairs to stand up or stand out rather. And then I'll put a little pink on it too to get it. But the lining I'm planning on just kind of hot gluing inside here and then wrapping some twine around the handles. So that's my plan. So cute. It's hard to be patient to let everything dry, but I think I'm gonna bust out the heat gun here after we're done and finish everything up because they need to be dry by tomorrow so I can carry them. Tomorrow it will be a busy day. So, as they all are. Okay. So I can't do both sides. I'm going to flip the camera around here. And so that's what this bunny is looking like. I will touch him up and do all the things that I said I was going to do. I think I need to fix the bottom of that carrot. But it is 8:14 and I have kept you all long enough, and I'm so glad that you were here with me tonight. So watch my page and I'll post the finished product. I will reveal them tomorrow on Workshop Wednesday and post the clip. So I am so glad you're here, and I hope you have a wonderful night and stay safe wherever you are. Okay. Bye, guys. See you next week. Or see you tomorrow night on Flippin' Bunch. How about that? All right. Bye, guys. He looks chocolatey. See ya.